What's going on, Legionnaires? Welcome to the episode of the Legion of Comic Correction, where we talk all things comic books.
You said I cut you off. I'm just letting you go.
Yeah, we're not. I'm not talking to you.
Oh my word! All right,
you
guys.
You said I don't know how to do an intro, so I'm not doing an intro. Go ahead, do your intro.
Okay, I will. All right, well, guys, we are a comic book podcast. So if you like comic books and video games and comic book movies, this is the place for you. Make sure.
Are you done yet?
No, not quite.
Okay, keep
Hold
going.
on. All right, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Hit that bell down below. It's the easiest way you can support us. It helps with the almighty algorithm. Now, if you guys want to support in a little bit of a bigger way, you can go down into the description, and there are links down there. One goes to the legionofcc.com, which is our website, where you can buy sweet merch. You turn a little bit more. Sweet merch like this, sweet merch like that.
This is a much better view.
Sweet merch like that, and sweet merch like that over there. All the money goes to making our podcast better, and we couldn't do it without you. You can also go down to our Patreon link down below, where you can support in an even bigger way, and you get behind-the-scenes footage and episodes and pictures and artwork and chances to vote on stuff and free gifts. Our December gift is live right now. It's right there hanging on Azrael's balcony. It is a Legion holiday Christmas ornament. So if you're a member at all in any tier during the month of December, you have the opportunity to get that completely free. No shipping, no nothing. Just our gift to say, hey, we love you guys, because our fans are the best fans. All right. Man, that went really smooth without you talking.
It's a really amazing painting. I need to look at it more.
Yeah, you do. Can you do that like at the beginning of every episode?
Can you shut your mouth?
All right, guys,
listen. I'm going to just blow up your spot. You don't know anything about Borderlands. You don't know a thing.
You're not blowing anything up.
This is going to get real boring really fast.
You know what?
If you keep talking.
I was hoping that I would like it more because I didn't know anything about it, but I don't.
How'd that go?
It didn't go well because it was a terrible movie. All right, guys, we are talking about.
Could have called that.
Could have called that.
We are talking about what's being heralded as the worst movie of 2024, and that is Borderlands.
Not much of a heralding.
No, there's a lot of bad. There's a lot of bad movies.
No, but like Harry said, there's like 6 of them. Yeah. So they're all bad.
6 bad movies.
But there's
the shiniest of all the turds.
6 movies came out during 2024.
But do you think this
that
is
we
the
would
worst?
talk about?
That we would talk about.
You think this is the worst one of this year?
By far.
Yeah. What do you think,
personally?
Harry? Well, no, Madam Web came out this year.
No, it didn't.
It did, right? Didn't Madam Web come out at the very beginning of 2024?
Oh, no, it's going to be a hard
debate. I
debate.
don't ever want to look anything up ever again about Madam Web, and you're making me do it.
It's going to be a hard debate. It's going to be a hard debate.
I think it did. Well, while he's bringing it up.
But remember, we always have to come back to what does the most damage. It's not the worst movie. It's what the most damage has done.
It did the most damage to him.
For sure.
Well, yeah,
Madam Web to me. All right, guys.
Wow, it's all capitalized. It is 2024.
Oh, gross. So that's a tough one, man.
It's
Which
a lot
one's
of
worse?
Gross 2024or, but go ahead.
When we go through the verdict, we'll decide if this is
about
actually the best or the worst.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. You won't.
I can give my personal opinion, but I don't have any credentials in this one.
Right.
So reason has no reason.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
We're going to go through our full comic review, so our Carnage Report, our comic review, and then our verdict together. So let's jump into our Carnage Report. All right, Carnage Report, guys. We talk about how much money it took to make the movie, how much money the movie made, who was in it, and if there's any real source material to it, which this one does not have a whole lot. All right, how much do you think it made, or how much do you think it took to make?
So there's a big cast.
What was its budget?
There's a big cast.
Those are
big
good
name
names.
cast. So I'm going to say 110.
Do you think it really was a big cast?
Well,
big name cast?
Kate Blanchett.
No. Like, if you're talking like quantity, I think it's a big name cast.
You think Kate Blanchett? What was the last thing she's done?
I don't know the last thing she's done.
Thor Ragnarok?
She's a good
actress, though.
She is.
I'm not saying she's not.
Actress.
I'm not saying she's not. And I'm not saying that she's. This is the thing. You'd think of like, you're like, all right, she did.
These are household names.
Yeah, everybody knows Kate Blanchett.
These are household names.
Yep. She was in Narnia, right? She was the witch?
She was the witch.
Yeah.
No, that's Tilda Swinton.
That's Tilda
Tilda Swinton. They look very similar, though.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Kate Blanchett.
She's been in a bunch
an
of
Oscar-winning actress.
Yeah, and she's been in like
Kate Blanchett. You've got
war movies and stuff, right? Hasn't she been in like war dramas and stuff? Yeah, she's really good.
She's a phenomenal actress.
She has a new series now.
So like you've got Kate Blanchett. You've got The Voice at least of
Jack Black. Right.
You've got Kevin
Hart,
and then you have
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Freaking Lord of the Rings, duh.
Curtis.
Oh, yeah, Blanchett's and Galadriel. And you've also got
the better Galadriel.
I know she's not she's not super big yet, but she's done a lot of big stuff. So Ariana Greenblatt, who plays Tina, she was young Gamora.
Oh, and
she's
I'm sorry, I don't even know his name. But the villain is he's
Edgar
a big
Ramirez
name too. He's getting up there. Like this is not unknowns.
It's not a sleeper cast.
No, this is not a sleeper cast.
Yeah.
People invested in this cast.
No,
they tried with this cast to make this a movie. This wasn't a
to make this a movie.
Right.
A movie.
No. When we're talking about like comparisons, think about now the movie I can't even name the name of.
Madam Web.
No. Worse.
Guardians of the Galaxy?
Worse.
Oh, worse.
Eternals.
Worse.
New Mutants?
New Mutants.
Oh my gosh.
There's no name in New Mutants.
Anya Joy-Taylor is the only one.
Yeah, but she wasn't even.
She wasn't
She was starting to become. People were like, I like her. Yeah. And that's about it.
People recognized her.
Right.
Yeah.
But she's not a household name.
What was she in?
I don't know.
She was.
But you're missing the point.
She was in Peaky Blinders. She was in Queen's Gambit.
Yeah, you're right.
She was in. She was in.
I don't think before New Mutants. She
was
wasn't in
the
Peaky Blinders before New Mutants.
I think she was the chess lady before. Anyway, go on with your point.
You're missing the point.
Yeah, what's your point?
That is a cast of no names.
Yes.
They knew it was a cast of no names.
C's. We call them C's in this world.
Less than C's. Some of those were
oh, for sure.
Straight F's.
We call them C's.
But the top people were C's.
Oh, the dude from the little kid from Stranger Things. The young man?
Yeah.
Charlie from Stranger Things.
He was popular then.
He was popular then, yeah. But
my
he wasn't
point is,
super well-known.
these are well-known actresses.
Sure.
These are credentialed. They
are
household names.
That's what I'm saying. I'm wondering why Kate Blanchett did this.
I don't know. Money, please.
Money, probably.
I'm saying 110 million.
But she has other stuff going on right now.
100%. But
yeah, she has that.
Listen. There are also too many times that actors have passed up roles they don't fully understand. Cough, Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Cough.
Lord of
the
Rings, Harry Potter, and The Matrix.
She could have been thinking, like, maybe this is going to turn into something. Right. I don't even fully understand it. I was in Lord of the Rings. Did I even understand that? Probably not. But
you take that back.
She probably didn't.
Well, maybe. Well, is she? Where's she from? Is she British?
I think so.
Who
Australian.
Knows?
She's Australian? I should know anything.
Who knows?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is...
She probably read it as a kid.
We had so this was a very real cast.
Right, yeah.
So it's not like they were writing this movie off. They were attempting to make a movie here.
Yes, this was... They honestly...
They made one, it was just bad.
Right.
I don't know. Did they?
Even though I know they didn't like the parallels, we'll talk a little bit about this. It was like, I'm sure they were hoping it would be something like a Guardians. Like
honestly, I don't think we are going to get this much context or content out of Borderlands.
I didn't think so.
You said 115.
No, 110.
110 million. Harry, what do you think?
152.
Ooh.
152.
Wow. High number.
152. All right, Brett, what do you think?
Because of the actors.
156. That was my number before he said it.
Really?
156?
You know why? Because that's a word you use for defamation. Which is what this movie is.
There you go. All right, fair enough. I like that.
Let's go, Brett.
All right, Brett wins, even though he's not the closest, just because of his definition. No, you're on. You won last time.
110.
You won again. It was 115.
Oh wow.
He said 110. It was 115.
He gave it to you. He said 115.
I didn't even go over.
He had said.
I had said 110 before.
I didn't hear it.
115.
I didn't hear it. Didn't happen.
I didn't hear it. Didn't happen.
115. That's probably why you were.
That
like,
is why. Yeah.
Shoot.
Right. I was like, oh crap! Did you really say that? No, you were real close. 115. 115 was the budget. All right. How much do you think it made?
Defecation then.
Now remember, this is being lauded as the worst movie of 2024. So Logan, what do you think?
Worldwide.
Worldwide. It's over. It's not in theaters anymore.
Yeah, we're done.
It was only in theaters for like a couple weeks, and then they brought it
$26 million.
$26 million. Whoa! What do you think, Harry?
60.
60 million. What do you think, Brett?
Yeah, like 50.
50 million.
Half-ish.
What'd you say?
26.
26. You were closest again.
Jeez. You're on it, bro.
32 million.
That's terrible.
32 million for the entire time that it was in theaters.
How
now
do
get
do
this.
that?
It opened on August 9th. It was out of theaters by September 5th. Under a month.
Oh my word.
And they were like, put it on streaming. And they did. They put it on Amazon.
They made money off me.
They actually didn't for me. I had a Prime like special deal. You get $6 in credit, and I used that to watch it.
What the frick? Why did I get that?
I think I bought a lot of things from Amazon recently. I think it was just kind of like, hey, you're
Oh,
buying
trust
stuff.
me. So have we.
Oh, well,
Everyone
maybe
has.
they just don't like you.
It's fine. I'm used to
Everyone
that.
has, let's be honest.
Par for the course.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's such a small amount of money. 30.
What did you say? 32 million?
32.
It was 115.
115 was the budget.
Ouch.
32 million. It only made
They ain't come
15.
back from
It only
that.
made 15 million in the United States. 15 and 17.
Who were some of the executive producers?
Oh my goodness.
They're all murdered.
Oh yeah.
They are all
Let's see.
bankrupt.
Director Eli Roth.
I knew that.
Writer was also Eli Roth.
Yep.
And
Yep.
Edgar Ramirez.
Rough go for him.
Oh, Edgar Ramirez was one of the writers, and he also was the guy who played Atlas. It's very interesting. Let's see, cast and crew. See if there's writing credits. Eli Roth. Where's our producers? Produced by Ari Arid, Royce Reeves Darby, Jean-Luc De Fonte.
I like that guy.
They're cool names, but I don't think they're ever going to work again. No,
Probably not.
They'll be okay. I'm sure. It's Hollywood. They're gonna
true.
sweep it under, and it's just gonna. They're gonna. They'll make it on time. It's the City of Lights, right?
Okay.
All right, we went over most of the cast, so there's no. I mean, we had Kate Blanchett,
We don't need to talk about
Kevin
it
Hart,
anymore.
Edgar Ramirez, Jamie Lee Curtis,
Let's get a background on
Ariana
this.
Greenblatt. Yeah. All right. So, Borderlands, the biggest ways that it essentially created the same world of Pandora, which is in the games, but there's some pretty glaring inconsistencies.
Major ones.
Yep.
Yeah, biggest things is, and again, spoilers in case you want everyone to watch this movie.
Don't
Lilith's powers of being like this Phoenix character. She does have kind of supernatural powers in the game.
Yeah.
But it's not
But
like
all
this.
the characters
All
do.
the characters
Right.
have supernatural powers. They're built with specific
Well,
mechanisms.
she's
They're
not a
a
goddess.
soldier.
She's not a goddess in the game.
Right.
in the
They're
game.
a brute.
Right.
There are different character classes for whatever you want to play as in the
Right,
game.
Right.
I've
You get
always-
4 in the first
she's
one, you get
not-
6 in the second one,
Yeah.
you get, I think, 4 again in the third one.
I was always the brute.
So she's not a goddess.
Berserker, one of them.
Berserker.
Yeah.
She's not a goddess of Pandora in the games, but they
So
made her this
dumb.
big character. The other thing that
Which-
goes along with it, which is
no,
fine.
No, stop.
Well,
No.
we'll get to that in our review. But the other
Don't.
big things are, so going along with her powers, the daughters of Iridia were the ones that were supposed to open the vault in the movie. In the game, all you need is a vault key.
Right.
Right.
Has
Every
nothing to do
200
with
years, the vault opens.
Being a
Yep.
daughter of Iridia, so that's
They're just
huge.
treasure hunters.
Right. There's other two
Which
big
have
things.
technology and stuff
This
in
is
it.
not an yes, but this is not an overly
Right.
Who's
That's,
going over
why
the
would they
storyline
change
here?
that? Right. The other two big ones we'll talk about is Tannis. Tannis and Atlas are very different. Atlas does not actually show up in the game, and there is. So you were talking about this before,
Handsome
Harry.
Jack.
Handsome Jack is kind of the resemblance that he is, but he's not really a character in the game. Tannis is also not a field operative in the game. She's all kind of like the guy in the gal in the chair.
Yeah.
She doesn't really go out in the field, but
She's
she was on
Oracle.
the field in here. Right, she's Oracle. And then the last one, Tina. Tina was the biggest change. So Tina is from Borderlands 2. She's just a citizen of Pandora. But in the movie, she's a genetically altered clone of an Iridian woman from Iridian blood and is thought to be special to open the vault.
Right.
Just going to say...
because of the Iridian heritage.
Right, just going to say, though, immediately I knew it was Lilith.
Yeah, how could you not?
Not that hard.
She's like, I'm special. It's like, no, you're freaking not. It's Lilith.
Right.
It was written so blatantly.
Well, I mean, yeah, she's the main character.
Right. So, but in
How
the
could it not
game,
be?
Tina is not.
I
is
don't
not
know
too
my
special.
mom. She said I was special.
Right. And I do like how Lilith's response is like, everybody says everybody's special. You're fine. You're not special.
Yeah, you're not special.
Like, everybody's special. But anyway, so those are like the biggest glaring differences.
What? There's many
Good.
more
Good.
glaring differences.
I'm going to let you guys take over because I've
Brett,
never
do you
played
wanna
any of
do
the
it?
games.
You want to do it, or you want me to do it? What are you doing?
I didn't watch it, and I haven't played the game in years.
The first one came out in 09. So.
All right.
So yeah,
First glaring difference is,
I just
can't
headbutted
do
the
math.
bat
5
wing.
years.
dude, we
That
need
thing's
to
gonna break.
whoever
Oh,
built
my
that
word.
stand, man.
Dude,
or
they need a
whoever
raise.
designed that stand.
It was me.
You didn't.
That's on the,
You didn't.
on the side.
You don't know that I didn't.
That's true. We
I
can't
prove you didn't.
that he did not do it.
You're right.
Yeah, you guys are the
You're right.
resident experts. You guys have all played at least one.
I wouldn't even say expert. I just played the games and know that there's a difference.
You guys have
But
at least played
it's
the
not-
games. I
Sure.
haven't played the games.
So the key here,
yeah.
you know, can we just go?
Well,
to
let's
Is
go to the
Lilith.
review.
let's
Yes.
just go over, switch over to the frickin'
The review, yeah.
review. This
All right.
is stupid.
Comic review. Let's do it. All right.
Yeah,
It's not a comic.
You're right. Video game review. Let's do it.
this is so here. This is very simple. All right,
It's never
a
been a
very
comic?
simple start.
Not that I know of.
No,
I mean, I'm
No.
sure maybe they did a tie-in comic somewhere.
I doubt it.
Probably not.
So because, and here's the reason why.
Yeah.
This is not a complicated game.
Okay.
This has no storyline. They are treasure seekers.
Right.
They're treasure hunters.
For the
They-
vault. That's
for
it.
the vault. That is, they were sent on a mission to open the vault, which
Right.
opens, and you have the ability to open it once every 200 years
Yeah.
with a vault key.
There are comics.
So wait, there are comics?
Really?
I was thinking there might have been some.
Oh, Dark Horse did, right?
Yeah.
Did Dark Horse do the comics? Yeah. So what you're saying is the dude on the bus that she gets on at the beginning,
Yeah.
he's right. Like, oh, you're all just
There is a
vault-
bus.
you're
There
all
is a
just
bus.
vault- No, but I'm saying like his whole thing of like everybody's just a vault seeker.
Yeah.
is,
Yeah,
like,
that's
actually
that's the most
actual-
truth that was said in that movie.
Yep. Yeah. That
So
is
the bus driver's the goat in this movie.
This game
Yeah.
is not a game that should have been turned into a movie.
Okay.
No,
There's no
there is
storyline.
hundreds of thousands of better games out there.
I'll give you one
Right,
right,
where's
off
the
the
Halo
top of my
movie?
head. No. Where is a BioShock movie?
Oh yeah.
Immediately
Bioshock.
thought about that. I'm like, they made this, but they didn't make a Bioshock.
BioShock.
You know what I
right
thought
off
about that when she said, "My big brother."
Yeah.
She called
Yeah.
Craig
So
or whatever.
why are we watching this
Creed,
and not a
Creed.
BioShock movie?
What about a Far Cry movie?
Far Cry movie? Great.
Far Cry,
They're,
yeah.
they're essentially already movies.
Yeah, but you could individually play a movie. You could pick a
Yeah.
movie off.
Far
of
Cry are all the same
individual
games, just
storylines.
changes it. Yeah,
It's Assassin's Creed,
right,
but out
but
in the wilderness or
where's-
wherever they place it.
Where's an Assassin's Creed movie?
Well, they had it.
They had it.
it.
It was
It was
bad.
bad.
Michael
It was
Fassbender.
really bad.
It was so bad.
really
Yeah.
So
Almost as bad as the
let's
Prince of Persia
backtrack.
movie.
My point is,
it's almost as bad as Hitman movie.
Oh my!
there's 1,000,001 games.
We did that movie, didn't we? No, we did Max
We talked
Payne.
about
we
Max
did
Payne.
Max
Max
Payne
Payne.
with Marky
Oh
Mark.
my gosh!
Oh,
I'd
so
rather
good.
watch
Actually,
Max
we
Payne.
just rattled off.
I don't know,
million
man.
Much
you-
better
I remember that.
Wait, no, I
was
storyline
here for
movies.
that.
I was gonna say you were. Yeah.
It was Max Painful.
Would you
Yeah.
rather watch Max Payne than this?
Yeah,
I think so.
100%.
I think so too. Actually, I think
100%.
Yeah.
you're right. Max Payne was hard to watch.
At
was.
least I got to see a roided out
Marky
freaking
Mark.
Marky Mark
Sure.
go around and shoot people like crazy.
And the demon stuff when he saw like
Yes.
the demons.
All
that
right, we're
was
not here to
cool.
talk about this.
Not, this,
Yeah,
we're
But
way
yes,
off
we all
track.
agree that we would rather
We're
watch
missing-
that.
We're missing the point. The point is,
Right, okay, go
let's
ahead.
steer back to the point.
Steer it back.
There are a lot of better movies
Yes.
Games.
or games that have been made into movies
Yep.
Yes.
and have been terrible.
Right.
There are a lot of better games
That
with
should be-
better storylines
That
that
they could have
they
tried,
could
yeah.
have tried to turn into movies. This wasn't the one.
Nope.
There's
Yeah.
no plot.
I don't
here.
know, but
But-
does anyone know
You,
why?
you run in.
No,
You-
I
why
don't
they
know
made it?
why. Yeah, why
Huh?
they decided to
made it?
make it.
Why did they make it?
Yeah, I was curious.
I don't know.
It's not. We're not even near the 2019 was the last time Borderlands
Yeah,
game
a
was
game
made.
came out. Yeah.
So much has happened since then.
I have no idea. Dude.
Why did they decide? You know
Well,
what?
Now's
We
the
should do
time.
we should do a Borderlands game.
Did they
I don't
start?
know
Movie.
who's in that.
Did they
meeting.
start making it though in like 2019? Because that was COVID.
I highly doubt it. They started this like 4 months ago,
Yeah,
and they're like, "Run it."
Yeah,
Here's
That,
the- here's-
dude, that's the writer. Maybe he likes
Eli
the game.
Roth
Eli
maybe,
Roth.
right. Maybe
I'm
he
looking
likes
it
the
up.
game.
Why
Well, but here's
did
a deep question.
they
Deep
make
question.
a
Are you
Border-
glad? Are you
Lands
glad?
movie?
Are you glad they did this movie and ruined a Borderlands instead of ruining a BioShock?
I don't know. That's a terrible question because it's
not a terrible question.
It's not real.
At least they would have tried.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So there you go. That's what I was curious.
I
Would
would
you
have
rather
liked
them
to have
tried
seen a
and
trial.
I
failed
would have
BioShock?
rather spent $5 on
BioShock.
seeing.
a failed BioShock.
Like that's the thing, and this is my part about
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Borderlands movie is that the running gun and obscene amount of guns and
Yep.
explosions in this movie,
Yeah.
that's accurate.
That's 100%.
That is
You just
100%
run it.
accurate.
What did
Sure.
you call it? You had a really good
Loot and scoot.
You just
You pick up
loot
guns,
and
you're like,
Loot
I
and
like this
scoot. I
one
like
better.
that.
And you're like,
I've
I've never heard that before.
100% the
Did
game.
you,
yeah, that's like Far Cry. Far Cry has a
follow
way
it?
better storyline, but
Did you coin Loot and Scoot?
no. Trademark.
We're gonna say you did.
Sure.
Yeah.
I made that
Thank
up.
you, Sound
Patent
Wizard.
pending.
Patent
pending.
Looter shooter, I think is the
Yeah.
Oh,
industry
looter
term.
shooter. There you go. That's good.
Looter
too.
shooter. Yeah.
So
So
I like
Though.
loot
I
and
like
scoop
loot and
better.
scoop.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
But you're not
Anyway.
wrong. You just you run in, you die, you power up,
Right.
you run back in.
you know why?
Until you're
You know
able
why
to
they
beat
made this
the
movie?
mission.
I didn't see this in. You can confirm this, Brett. This is not what is on the screen. Why they made this movie is because Fallout did so well.
It's true. Fallout
Guaranteed
did really well.
that's why.
Fallout did really well. But
Fallout's
Also
amazing.
has a
And
great
they-
story.
Well,
But they also have the developers
expanded-
of Fallout
Yeah.
write the freaking show.
Yeah.
Right.
And they
And
expanded
that
more.
game, we should do that one.
But-
Side note.
But
the Fallout
again,
show.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's break
Right,
that
yeah,
down.
break it
Here,
down.
you've played Fallout.
Yeah.
story-
to the death.
Yeah. To a level of you told me
Not
not
natural.
to play it because
I've told many
I
people
would,
not to.
I would lose my
told me
family.
not to.
Probably. I told him to.
Yeah. So Harry,
I told you to
I
play
think
it.
you told me to play
I
it.
absolutely told you to
He
play
told
it.
me he told me to download and play it.
I did.
Wait a minute.
I knew you
Whatever.
could handle it.
Yeah.
You
Harry.
have self-control.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. We're. Yeah.
Anyway,
But
what was
Harry,
your question? Yeah, what?
how's the storyline in Fallout?
Amazing,
Mhm.
incredible, extremely deep.
Right. So
Borderlands, not so much.
Borderlands has no storyline.
But
that's
what
point
the
of
internet
game, though.
did
Like, the game
say,
doesn't need the big storyline.
No.
It's just a fun game.
right? It's just a
just
fun
a fun
game.
game.
And what
Fine,
the
it
internet
shouldn't be.
has
Honestly,
said,
it's like running through a comic book. You're
Right.
basically
Sure.
running through a comic book
Right.
in Borderlands.
Lots of explosions, cool guns, lots of bright colors.
and there's
action,
nothing wrong
whatever.
with that.
No.
I don't want to diminish the
No,
game.
the game's
no,
good.
the
I
game
don't
is
wanna
good. The
diminish
game
the
is
game.
what the game is.
But it shouldn't be a movie.
It should have just left it as that.
Okay,
Never
that
should have
makes
been a
sense.
movie.
I just want to play the games now.
Yeah, you should. This is a
should.
great game.
You know what? I tried
and
looks.
you can quit the game at any basic
Yeah, this is actually
point,
messed up.
and
You
this
should.
is-
This is what. Go
What?
ahead, Greg.
I was gonna say I looked for it like
Yeah.
on Game Pass, and it was off of Game Pass.
Just
I think,
recently removed.
I think it's because the movie was coming out and they wanted people to go buy the game.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, that's,
But now it's like, but I was like, I don't want to pay $30 for a game that I don't even know if I'm gonna like. And then the movie was like bombed and bombed. I'm like, man, I really
yeah,
don't want
I
to
know.
buy the
Now
game.
you're in the position
I
where
really don't wanna buy
the
it.
Now they're gonna
movie
make up the money.
could actually like
Right.
diminish
Well,
the
I
game.
But that's the thing.
I
Yeah.
thought it would be better that I didn't know the game.
And the
but
other
it
thing
wasn't.
is the game is the game, and it is what it is. And
Yeah.
but I don't think it's as good as people make it out to be.
Sure, there's a cult following.
There is a
for-
cult
for
following, and that's what
Borderlands.
AI overview on Google said.
Ooh.
That's
Thanks,
why
AI.
they made the movie, because they thought with a big fan base, with the amount of
Yeah, but
out
then-
of game content that people have made, that
Yeah,
it
yeah.
would make money. Obviously, it didn't,
That could
Well, but it would have
literally
made money
be
if
said
they did
about
a good
anything.
movie.
any game.
Yeah.
or anything.
Yeah, define big fan base.
Right.
I don't think it's that
right.
big.
I don't think it's as big
I
as
don't think-
they're making it out to be.
But if
not
it was,
like-
and if it was
again,
big, just
not
do it
like
right.
Fallout,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
like
Not like Fallout.
BioShock,
Right,
not
right.
like not like many of these other games that we've
Yeah.
talked about. Like
Yep.
Borderlands is a good game.
Yeah.
I like the game.
Yeah.
I
Go
love
play the
playing
game.
It's
the
a
game.
AAA game
Play the game.
yeah.
It is a great game. It is not a movie
or
quality
single A. I'm
game.
sorry.
That's it.
Right.
Like it's all it comes down
could have
to.
been like a short cinematic, like a short
No.
like a short film, like a
No.
10-minute film, just
no,
for fun.
Just don't do it.
Just don't do anything.
Just don't
Or
do it.
make up
Like
a
it's
story.
dumb. Like there's no story
Well, that's
to
what they
make
tried
up.
to do, I think.
There's no story
Yeah.
to
The
make up
genetic
with this.
clone.
They're just treasure hunters. They go to a planet, they try to unlock a vault,
Right.
and you got to have a key to open it.
Right.
All of the other pieces are wrong. Everything
right.
else is wrong.
Right.
And so, like, you bought this high name cast to go
Yeah.
along with it. You made up complicated backgrounds for characters that are, that's the name of them, but that's not.
Right. Right.
That's their character. Then you
Right.
put them in a position to fail. You put people in the position to fail. Kevin Hart is a serious stoic character.
Yeah, it was
Are you
weird.
out of your mind?
He said,
Are you
like,
stupid?
one funny thing.
This is just dumb.
Right.
I'm like, you have set up to fail from day
Except-
one.
Well, you know what? I wonder if they thought it would be like a Jim Carrey thing, where they're like, maybe he's got the chops, you know? Because like Jim Carrey, when he's serious, is freaking amazing.
Same as Adam or Robin Williams.
Right,
Like,
right,
that
and,
was,
and,
yeah.
and even Will Smith. Will Smith has done, or not Will Smith.
I was about
Will
to say,
Ferrell.
don't go
Yeah.
down-
Will
don't-
Ferrell
don't-
has done
Don't
some
go down
like
that road.
really
Come
good, serious stuff. Like, so there are certain comedians
But
where you
it's
throw
not-
them in a
but
serious
listen,
chop. and
But there's
I
only one
hear
person in this
you.
whole movie that was decent. Was Claptrap.
Jack Black.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of controversy right now,
but-
but he was funny.
With that, with what you
Yeah.
said, those movies that they were then good in were specifically dramas.
And they were written
right. They were written well. But this isn't a drama.
Right, he could have been funny.
He could have been
funny.
He could have been funny in this movie. That probably would have fixed a lot of our problems about the movie. This was a boring movie.
It was boring.
This was boring.
Yep.
Everything was flat.
Yeah.
Nothing worked. Nothing hit.
Tina was annoying.
Even the action scenes.
You're just like...
I started falling asleep during
The
some of
only
fights.
good thing about this movie, here we do our what's the best part? It's 90 minutes. Get the frick out of here.
90 minutes and Jack Black. Claptrap was funny.
Claptrap was
good.
the
He was
only
freaking
accurate
funny.
part
He
of
was
this
accurate,
movie.
yeah, right?
Claptrap
Like,
was
character-wise.
accurate. Do you understand how annoying Claptrap is in the game?
Oh my word!
So annoying.
If he's
So
anything
annoying
like Jack
in the
Black
game.
was, he probably was. But
He's
he was
like
so funny.
he's like what's the little fairy that follows you in?
Navi.
Yeah, Navi. Hey, listen, hey. That's
Listen.
Claptrap, just
Yeah.
except for a little
Claptrap.
bit more vulgar and has wheels.
Yeah.
Or wheel. A wheel.
So,
It has wheels.
and then what is the creature in the vault?
I don't know what that is.
I have no...
Because that's not what you fight in the game.
It looked kind of
Dude.
like when they went through those piss fields. It looked kind of like those monsters.
Like, what the heck is that?
I don't
know.
understand anything that happened in this
There's
movie.
a monster, but there's
Also,
a
the vault
monster-
doesn't look like that either.
There's a
as far as I
monster-
remember.
Is there a monster in the vault though?
There's like,
There's
if I remember
something you have to
correctly, there's
battle.
like,
boss is in the.
honestly, it's like the Phoenix or whatever. It's sort of like that.
the
It's like a,
fiery
what are those
bird
people
creature?
called? The Elysian?
The Elise.
Iridian.
Iridian. There's like an Iridian person I think you
Yeah.
fight. I forget.
Are
Honestly,
they-
I forget because
Yeah,
it's honestly it's a good game, but it's not that good.
right.
Right.
It's not that memorable.
It's not made to be a good.
It's not a story!
It's just made to be fun.
That's what I was going to say.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what's in the vault because I stopped playing. Hence the question: how big is this fan base?
Right.
How big could they possibly be?
It's really just and that's the thing. It's a little watered down because
and it's an immensely
there's,
frustrating game.
there's so many guns and there's
Yeah,
so many
yeah.
things in that. I remember you just
Dude, I swear, I can't handle it with you two.
you just like every single time you get a good gun, you think
Yeah.
you find out there's another better one. Then you try to go
And
get
you're-
that one.
And now you move into a mission
Right.
that gun sucks.
Right.
Like it was great in the last mission.
Okay.
Now that gun sucks, and you have to go and pick up
What
new
it rem-
guns.
what-
It's
yeah.
ridiculous.
Or like craft another gun.
What
kind
it's
of thing.
what it's
Yeah.
a
there's
lot
no-
like is Destiny. If you've ever played
Oh,
Destiny,
yeah.
except for Destiny,
Destiny
then
has a
started
bigger
getting into
story, though.
microtransactions, and then it got screwed
Oh
up.
gosh,
But-
Destiny. Destiny was supposed to be the game that ended all games. Remember that?
Yeah,
It was
and it
supposed to
was
be our
really
streaming
good.
Destiny.
It was
Yeah.
really good. It's just they went into microtransactions. I remember playing Destiny 2, and there was a big drop of this one map pack that like was supposed to be great and whatever. It was $30 extra. The game originally back
Holy
in the
crap.
day when games were $60.
Right.
The map pack was $30, and there was
a game.
4 a
Right.
year, and
Right.
they still
Right.
did it. Like they did it for a couple years in a row.
Right.
This map
Jeez.
pack was $30. I played through it in like literally less than 4 hours
Oh, my
Yeah.
word.
and beat it and got all the top stuff. And I'm like, this was the biggest waste of my money. I don't
Yeah.
know. And I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I quit
thankfully,
on it.
Borderlands isn't like that. But the
Right.
way that the structures are of the different characters, the way that you just kind of loot and scoot or shoot and loot. And
Scoop booty.
that's right. Exactly.
Don't be looting no booties.
Loot scooting on them.
Looting and scooting that booty?
What's that song?
I don't know.
I know what you're talking about.
Probably not one we should
Country.
sing.
Juke scoop booty.
No, that's a
Yeah.
country song.
or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
anyway,
Fair
Who
enough.
knows?
it's just not. They took a game that should never have had a movie, that
Right, right.
could never have made a movie after,
Right.
and they did. And
Should
I'm really
they-
surprised that
I
Eli
hope people-
Roth, like went after this.
I
It's
mean,
such a
Eli
dumb
Roth,
move.
he's like, what? It's an interesting game for him
For
to go
him,
off. There's
yeah.
plenty of
Right.
horror games which he's big into.
Yes.
Right.
Now, I don't know about games, but he's big into horror movies.
There's a lot. BioShock would have been a great
That's what I just
idea.
said. Yeah, Bioshock
Yeah.
is a horror movie.
Nobody's listening. You don't have a voice in this one.
I do have a good point to make. Once
You do.
guys are.
What's your good point?
Well, so
Shut up.
so the movie was criticized, and they like pushed back on this, that it was just like a Guardians of the Galaxy clone, right? Like it's
Okay.
like, oh, it's just gonna
I
be
felt
like
more
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Jumanji vibes, honestly, but that's
Yeah,
because
Well, that
two
was
of the
because
characters
two of the
were in
characters-
that.
Yeah.
Right,
and
right.
then the
But-
girl had red hair.
It's true.
But
Fair point.
a different kind of red hair though. That was like
That's
her hair
glowing.
was freaking
Yeah.
fake.
And obviously, Krieg was
Craig.
The Rock, so
Right,
Yeah.
right. Well, no. So
Low
if you
budget
look,
rock.
So if you look at it, right.
Pebble.
So Lilith
Yeah.
is a bounty hunter
Right.
who wears a leather jacket and has 2 pistols that she fires in a very like dynamic way,
Sure.
very much like Star-Lord.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Krieg, who says like 3 or 4 words.
He's
and is
berserker.
big and strong, just like
Yep.
Groot.
Yep.
And then we
No, I was
have,
thinking
Doesn't
more
even
Drax.
look like
or maybe kind of a combination. But then we have.
he doesn't even look like the berserker in the game. It's so stupid.
He's not big enough. The mask looks pretty right, though,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
The mask is a psycho mask.
Right.
It's just a psycho
Well,
mask.
Anyway, so then we've got Tina,
Yeah.
who's small, has woodland, like furry creature ears, like
Yeah.
you know,
Rocket.
Rocket's woodland, and she's
Yeah.
all into explosives and guns. And she also gets carried by Krieg, like Groot, like
Well, the
all
other
over
one
the
you
place.
could have had that comparison to is also
Yeah.
what's her name with the antenna?
Oh, Mantis. Yeah, Mantis.
Yeah.
Right, and then like Roland is. I mean, he's a warrior who, you know, like
Gamora.
was wronged by the
Gamora.
leader. Yeah,
Right.
in this fight. Right, so it's like they're all the same kind of tropes. And
Sure.
they're all in a ragtag team looking for treasure.
But that's, I mean, that you could pull that about almost any
Yeah,
group
but it's
of
pretty
people.
close.
Sure.
Yeah,
I don't.
But
I
anyway,
don't disagree, but there's also the fact that like those are
Yeah.
just fighting
just
classes.
fighting tropes.
They're
Yeah,
just
for
fighting
sure.
classes. That's
Yeah.
all that is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, and
But it
so
didn't-
you
it
can
didn't-
make that argument about basically
But it
any
didn't
time you
help
have
it.
to choose a fighting class.
Sure.
Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah, but it's like it didn't have a good story. It didn't have
No.
very good effects. It didn't have a good
Oh my
pacing.
word, the effects were horrible.
Yeah, and
like
then-
what are we back in Spy Kids 3? That's
Right.
honestly what I felt like. I was like, I remember seeing the
Oh,
same
yeah.
CGI
Yeah, it
as
looked
when I was a
bad.
kid.
It looked bad.
Game
but then,
over.
If you've never seen Spy Kids 3, watch it. That's
It's
way
pretty
better
good.
of a movie.
game over.
Game over.
Yeah.
Yep.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
but then every-
No.
Arnold, I'm sorry.
Sylvester Stallone.
Back. We've come full circle.
Full circle.
that's
He's
right.
always.
Hey!
It all comes
It's
back
8
to
steps
Sylvester
to Sylvester
Stallone.
Stallone.
Yeah. But then like you take all of that's so bad, and then
Yep.
anybody who's not a fan is just going to make Guardians comparisons and be like, it's just worse than that. You know,
But
like so it's like even if it's not necessarily warranted, that's what everybody's going to be thinking. It's a space romp with a whole bunch of thieves coming together to fight
For a treasure.
for a treasure. Like it's like that's what anybody who
hard.
has no background, that's
Yeah.
what they're going to see,
Well,
and they're going to see it done
if you have a
poorly.
background, you're also just going to be supremely disappointed.
Right. So it's knocking on every like even the people
True.
that, like so I was saying like for me who have no background, even
Right.
people with no background is
Right.
still going to be like this is
We have little background.
Right, and
I
it's
probably
still
the most. I probably been the most games, and I don't think it's that.
yeah.
I'm not hurt by this. I'm just like, why did we do this?
Right.
Yeah,
the question
this
is why.
isn't
I am hurt by this because it cost me $5.
This isn't a devastation.
I could have bought like a Wawa coffee and
This isn't like
a pretzel.
you're but I think you hit the nail on the head. This isn't
Right.
like devastating to us.
No, not
like,
super personal.
Like it's not super personal,
Right.
but it's a really the question just comes down to why.
Right.
Like why did we do this?
Right.
And if someone out there is devastated by this, let us know why.
Yeah.
yeah,
Or
no,
how.
I
I
want to know
We'll commiserate with you.
more.
Yeah.
$90 million loss.
Yeah. Well, that's the
No,
other thing
way
is that
more.
like
It's way more of it than that because you
They
have
need
to
to
include, that doesn't
advertisement.
even
They need to
include marketing,
double-
Oh, true.
advertising.
Right.
To make money back, you have to
You have to
double.
at
So
least
you're
double.
literally talking about
Yeah.
it's a $200
$200
million
million
loss.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, like maybe you could say maybe there's a reason they made it if it like did well. Like even if it was like completely inaccurate, but it was
Right.
still a good movie and like it
Right.
made money.
I want to know.
Okay, but
like,
it was inaccurate and it didn't make money.
maybe the only person in this cast that played the game,
Jack
maybe
Black?
Jack Black.
Yeah, probably.
You know what I mean? Like, why?
Did you know that he was never on set?
I'm sure not,
He
yeah.
just read in a studio. So he. I bet you if he was on set, he would have been mad. He'd be like,
Probably.
this isn't right because he's read lines.
What was the set though?
I don't know.
A green screen in a basement.
No, apparently they did do some filming out in like a desert. Because,
That's true. They kind of were walking around.
Yeah, because Jack.
But
Black,
that's part of the game. You just walk around and take a bus sometimes.
right.
Or
But
take vehicles in the newer ones.
apparently the castmates were texting Jack Black like yelling at him because he was in a comfy studio and they had to walk around the desert. So it's like they were on set a little bit, but he
Most
wasn't
of the
even
game
there.
is walking around in a desert
And like shooting
and
and
finding
looting.
a
and-
Right.
finding a like encampment.
Right.
Looking forward to the Fortnite movie.
Oh my word! It might be better than this though.
Well, there's a Minecraft movie coming out
that's right.
with Jack Black.
Jack Black.
That looks interesting.
He's just doing. Maybe he's trying to collect all of the
Every
video game.
He's
game
Thanos,
movie.
dude.
Yeah.
He's Thanos
He
of the
is.
video game films.
He is.
Thanos.
He's got all the gems.
Yep.
All right, we ready for the verdict?
I've been ready. I started ready with the verdict. Like I didn't need to do this whole thing with the verdict.
All right, verdict time, guys. All right, I'll go first because I have the least to say, like in any of it. So hot garbage, hot garbage. And it was just I all across the board. It was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Even apart from just not even knowing the source, just bad. I think Logan's in a coma from it. All right, we'll come back to you. Or are you ready?
Perfection. No.
Well done.
Forget everything.
Eli Roth is a genius.
This man knows so much.
You own like 3 copies of it.
Yeah.
At this point,
I
just
bought
to
it.
just to let
How
him
far?
accrue value.
How far has he fallen?
Eli Roth?
Yeah. Like, I'm not saying he's an amazing
You
director, but like as an
fall much
actor,
farther.
he was pretty good as an
I don't
actor.
know how much more you can fall.
He was an
than
Inglorious
this.
B word.
Yeah,
I don't know
right.
if I can say that.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Okay,
You shouldn't.
Inglorious Nazi Killers.
that's right.
It's
Yeah, he was. That was a great.
He was
movie.
great in that movie.
Yeah.
it's
Working with,
hot
Brad Pitt.
yeah, but
pile of garbage.
Was it Del Toro? No, it was,
No, it was,
Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino.
hot
Quentin
pile of garbage.
Tarantino.
Hot pile of garbage. It was,
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Right.
Whatever.
Brett.
I think Borderland delivers a thrilling and visually stunning adaptation of the beloved video game
This man here, dude,
with
he just
standout
comes out.
performances
Did you
by
chat GPT that?
He turned.
anyway.
He turned
So
him off.
real
Turned off your
opinions.
mic?
He turned off your mic, bro. Bro, you're not with us anymore.
Bye-bye, Brett.
Charm of Pandora.
I muted everyone.
So
what's your rating, though?
perfection.
I do have a legitimate. I was like, give me a critique. What are people saying?
Yeah.
Says,
What are people saying?
says has been widely criticized as
Wait,
a
who
derivative
said this?
and ChatGPT. I don't know.
Oh, ChatGPT.
No, he's saying
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT pulled a critique.
A critique.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Says it's a derivative and uninspired adaptation lacking the charm, surprise, and ambition of its source material. Which
That's
is
a good-
basically
that's
what we
true.
said.
Yeah.
yeah,
generally.
that's true.
Well done.
Gotcha.
Hot
So
garbage.
you're saying we're not needed anymore? We just
ChatGPT it?
ChatGPT.
Dang it.
We're gonna set up phones
no,
on.
I need it. For when I don't watch
Because he hasn't seen it.
Fair enough.
I think that
enough.
it is not good.
Hey, how did you feel about the last episode of Bluey? I know you saw that
I have
one.
not actually.
Oh no, you're
My
behind.
kids-
Wait, there's no more Bluey?
They're
No,
making,
there's more Bluey. It was
They're
just
just
like
making
there's
more
a
They have
heavy-
seasons of
episode.
Bluey?
Yes.
Are you kidding? There's a whole universe.
There's a multiverse of Bluey.
I respect Bluey.
He's in Secret Wars.
Bandit, dude, is the jam. Bandit is
Bandit's
the
the
best.
man, huh?
Bandit's the man.
Girl.
Bandit's the
Bandit.
Bandit.
Bandit is the dad.
Oh, okay.
Bandit's
know.
who's
He's,
amazing.
There's
I
a
don't have
parent-
kids.
He's
I have a
blue
dog.
As well, isn't he?
He's
watch
blue
it.
as well.
He's blue.
There's
as
there's
Boy,
an
They also say
episode-
apparently it's good for dogs to watch because they like it.
There's an episode where he,
Don't know
at one
why.
point, this kid, his Bluey, asks him
Yeah.
to draw with him, but Bluey interrupts him just walking around the house like a gorilla,
Oh,
like
cool.
by himself. He's not doing it. He's not doing it. There's
The
no other
dad's
bit.
walking
The
around as a
dad is
gorilla?
just walking around like a gorilla. He's
And
like,
Bluey comes up and is like, "Hey, Dad."
Hey, Dad, can you color with me? And he's like, yeah, sure. So the whole thing, like Bandit was just by
So-
himself walking around.
So my question,
Like for fun.
my
For fun.
question-
He was just like, I think I'm going to walk around like a gorilla right now.
My question to you guys, because you guys have more children,
Sure.
at which child does it just become normal for you to walk around like a gorilla?
I've been doing it for
Since which one? Though?
Logan's been doing it
by
before he
two
was a
Yeah,
father.
right. He did it when he was single.
for sure.
Two
you
kids
saw me
after
come
two
out
kids.
at Harry's wedding like a gorilla.
You came out of the womb like a
I
gorilla.
probably did.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, fair enough. That checks out. All right, Harry, what's
Yeah,
your?
yeah, yeah.
We should phone your mom in.
Check it. Check it out. Check it out.
Georgette.
Georgette, we have a question for you. Did
let me
Logan-
ask you.
Go ahead.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
All right. What's
Greg's
your,
like, I have nothing to add to the show except for
Greg.
this.
Greg realized part of the way through that sentence where that sentence was going.
He's
and
like,
then
I'm not going to
immediately-
stop. Full straight ahead.
No, he felt uncomfortable the second he needed to actually say it.
what time is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's 10:30 at night.
Okay.
Anyway,
That checks out.
Move on.
What's yours, Harry?
I think it is what it is.
Get it.
no.
Oh my word!
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
I
no.
believe
It's
you
garbage.
for a moment.
It is
was a really good
beyond.
one.
Sold that.
He
It-
sold that.
It is beyond hot garbage.
Oh,
This movie should never have been made.
beyond
This-
hot garbage. What is
Yeah.
that?
Do you think this is? I was legitimate question. Worse
Sure.
than New Mutants.
Yeah.
Is it worse than New Mutants?
I'd rather watch New
Um,
Mutants.
I think it's tied. I would say it's tied. I
But-
don't know, man.
But what did I say? What did I
Sit
say at the
down.
beginning of this
Sit down.
movie?
Sit down. You are faced with
How
the
long
choice.
is New Mutants? Do you remember?
It's like 90 minutes as well. They're
frick.
close.
I'm saying.
So, like,
I was saying,
yeah.
whichever
you
one's
have
shorter.
to pick. You have to sit down, and for the next 90 minutes, you have to watch one of these two movies.
I
What are you
think I would
watching?
watch Borderlands. I think I would.
No, I
There's
watched
less,
the Mutants.
There's less of a personal connection for me with Borderlands, so I'm not as offended by it.
Was there a personal connection with you for New Mutants?
I mean, I'm a big X-Men fan. So
yeah, but New
I have-
Mutants.
I mean, I have New
New
Mutants
Mutants
comics.
has a real storyline
They have
Right.
really good storylines,
that they ruined.
and there's several of them that I
To a
have
point.
And I get what
followed.
he's saying. I'm just saying, like, so
Right, it
so-
matters about how much it affected the greater story of whatever they were writing about.
Right, but
so I
I'm just
think
saying, like,
Borderlands
you have to
affected
sit
less.
down and watch this movie.
Yeah.
What do
Right.
you watch?
No context at all to feelings or anything
At
else.
least-
You just have to watch it.
You have to spend
Honestly-
90
Which one?
minutes.
Just no. In general, which one's a better movie? Not how much damage did it do? How much?
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
one's a better movie?
We're actually just backing
New
up
Mutants.
Like that.
I've blocked out New Mutants so much I don't even remember.
Right. So you'd probably just rather watch it just so you
Maybe.
could get a better perspective of it.
I think Borderlands was more visually entertaining because it was brighter colors. I don't know. They're both super
I don't
bad.
know. There was a bear.
There was a giant demon bear.
There was like scary
Demon
face
bear at
people
the end.
chasing like
There was with
Slenderman
the teeth,
things.
the Slenderman.
They were kind of
teeth.
creepy.
That's true.
Might be worth the watch again.
Yeah, maybe. It's
Might be
really
worth a
bad.
Google.
Might be worth a little pixie.
So this is beyond hot garbage for you.
Yeah.
I mean, this is down there.
Because the internet's best option of AI intelligence is to say,
Yeah.
there's a fan base, so we thought we should make it.
When's the last time we
Yeah.
did a bottom 5?
I don't think it was that long ago, but we should probably do another one. Maybe that can
So,
be.
We're coming up on
My
200.
thing with this is,
Yeah,
real
sure.
quick.
Yeah, go for
My thing with this is there are so many video games out there
Yes.
that they can
Yeah.
make movies about.
Yes.
Which is
It's
we talked
that's
about.
kinda worse.
Uh,
That's
and that's why I'm saying it's worse. There are so many just waiting
Right.
for
Like,
someone to
why?
be like, you know what? This should be a movie.
Right,
You
right.
know what? We should make a show out of this. They did it with
Right.
the Fallout. And guess what? It knocked it out of the park.
They did it
Right.
with Last of Us.
They did it with Last of Us.
Last of
Thank you.
Us, Yeah.
I'm sure there's other games.
Yeah.
But
Not that many. They've ruined video game
This
stuff.
is
for a
what
while.
they've done.
Yeah, right.
Well, they made bad
Yeah.
decisions with what get video. I mean,
Yeah.
Well,
for a long
Hitman
time,
is a
this
really
was
good
just-
video game. Assassin's Creed is a really good video game
Yeah.
up until
But
like
they ruined them.
Unity.
Yeah.
We're not going to go into that though.
I didn't necessarily hate the Timothy Oliphant Hitman.
wasn't
the
good.
first
It wasn't good.
It wasn't good, but it wasn't terrible.
Sure, I would rather watch that than
I'd
Borderlands
watch that,
and
watch that.
New
Yeah,
Mutants.
yeah, yeah.
But we're not going into that.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is there is perfectly excellent top shelf video games
they
just
could have
sitting
done.
there for someone to pick
Waiting.
them up and be like,
Waiting,
you know, we should do this,
Begging.
make a show, make a movie.
begging.
Yeah.
But they didn't. They picked
Yeah.
Borderlands, which is a good game. Take it easy. It's a good game, but it's not movie or
No.
TV show worthy.
No.
Easy.
Take it easy.
It's like it is.
But while we're on Nacho Libre, no, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
Right.
My
Rotten
text, that was very.
Tomatoes. Yeah, it's sad.
If I could fight anyone in the street, it'd be anyone from Rotten Tomatoes.
The critics. Usually the audience is somewhat more.
Oh yeah, the audience is fine.
Yeah, the
Critics.
critic ones. Yeah, for sure.
Y'all got
Yeah.
terrible taste.
Well, I think the
Just saying.
fame got.
Did
to
you
their
see my
heads
text?
Yeah, I saw it.
about Nacho? It was like 30 something.
Devastating.
Yeah, it's a classic. It's a legend.
I think we need. Maybe that's what we need to also start doing is like having our own rating systems on the website.
like make
Like-
a list of all the movies you've ever done and put
Put
percentages.
percentages. Harry's already halfway
Yeah.
there. I mean, he's got
Yeah.
for almost every Marvel movie, he's got a number in his mind.
That's true.
Down
true.
to probably the 100th place.
And I'm sure you guys have toiled over the DC movies
Oh,
enough
God.
to know where you could put them.
That's what we should start doing is
Well, we'll do it.
ratings.
Well, we talked about in the new year. We're doing an MCU bottom 5 and a DC bottom 5.
But we also should do a top 5 in that
Yes,
same
yes,
episode.
you're right, the top 5 and
bottom
bottom
5s
five,
and
top
top
and
5s.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
So
well,
yeah. Anyway, garbage.
hot garbage.
Hot pile of garbage.
Hot pile.
Hot pile of
Steaming
garbage.
garbage.
Deleted
All
off the
four of us.
servers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I mean, if
Yeah, this was a
anybody had
no-brainer.
said anything, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
they would
This
have
was
been jumped.
this was another Madam Web.
If somebody had said something otherwise, they
Oh.
would have been jumped.
So that
Probably,
comes to
yeah.
it then. This or Madam Web? Which one's worse?
Worse?
Yeah, for the year 2020. So 2024, the
it's
worst
this.
movie of the year, is it this or Madam Web?
Oh,
this.
this. Yeah, for
It's
sure.
this.
This. Yeah.
I know it's
No
I know it's-
context of personal ties
I
at
know
all.
it's
For
personal.
really
No-
either. But
Yeah, no context to personal ties. This was a better movie, just written wise, than Madam Web. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
Madam Web was a better movie.
You're- say that the other way.
Yes.
Yes.
Scratch
It's horrible, but it's
reverse
better.
it. Madam Web was a better written movie than this movie.
Absolutely.
Right.
Hands
Removing
down.
Yes.
all personal
Agreed.
ties. If
You
I do
can't- I know you
personal
can't.
ties,
I
Madam
know.
Web is worse.
I know.
But just like as a movie, This was
as an entertainment film.
This was worse than
Understood.
Madam Web.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
again, sitting down, have to watch
Right.
a movie.
Right.
Madam Web.
You just have to get through it. Which one you would prefer to get through?
Right, Madam Web.
Yeah, which one are you having to
Madam
have to
Web,
face
for sure.
torture?
100%. Yeah, Madam Web.
Madam Web.
Yeah, because this
Mainly
is-
because that guy was really messing with that burger, and I want to watch him again.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys next time with the Legion of Comic Correction.
Don't do it.